You always say that.
Well, it's because I'm not prepared every week. What's going on, everybody? Pedro here. This is
And
uh
Dizzy?
this is an interesting. Yeah, Dizzy over there, like 1,000, 1,200, 1,100, 1,200 miles up that way. We got David, who's absent and just smoking freaking bee nail over here. He's up that way about 100 some miles. And then we got Med Fit, who's way the hell over there. Like, I don't even know how many miles. You probably get 900 miles, something like that. Cheers,
Yeah,
everybody.
right there. And we're live.
We
Oh,
are live.
oh,
We are
okay.
live.
We are live. So, hello, everybody. I'm glad to have you back for the whatever show's 38, which is pretty cool. If you didn't just see it, literally, I just dropped the I don't know, third or so rosin pressing video. This is one everybody's really been asking for. So there's some. Make sure that when you watch the video, you watch it all the way through because there's some pause points with some little tidbits of information just dropped throughout the video. So, but go check it out. I hope you'll enjoy it because I spent quite a bit of fucking time making the video. So, cheers. Dizzy,
Yeah.
how's your week? How's your weekend? Last couple of days?
It's been different. I've been hanging out, in the Pacific Northwest with my children, who are like 19 and 17, and having a good time with them. So it's been a fun visit. It's definitely a different environment up here than I'm used to. I'm used to that whole, high mountain desert. Now I'm in this like wet, soggy, rainforesty kind of place. The sun actually came out a little bit yesterday afternoon, so that was kind of cool. Got to go drive around their town and see like, a little farther because there wasn't so much fog oppressively hanging over our heads. You could see the mountains around a little bit, and just there's trees everywhere, and ferns and moss, and it's growing on everything. I can see how it'd be really hard to be like a homeowner up here because anything that you leave outside gets like really wet, and so it's harder to take care of stuff. Like their roofs and things get covered in moss, and I don't know. Yeah, but I've been having a great time with my kids. Went to the beach. It was cold. Really cold. Wandered around all the little shops, down there in Long Beach, Washington, and bought saltwater taffy, and yeah, I had some grilled halibut, at a little shop here, restaurant in Long Beach called Castaways. I had been really looking forward to that, so it was really good. They actually kind of overcooked it just a little bit. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I should have sent it back. But you know me, I'm always like, okay, thank you.
Send that shit back.
I know I should have. I spent enough money on it. It was like $27, but still looking forward to some crab legs, which I think I'm going to get those on Saturday. We're going to go down to Portland on Saturday and visit the OMSI Museum. It's like the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. And while we're in Portland, we're going to have like maybe stop at like Joe's Crab Shack or something, so I can really just get myself a nice big plate of crab legs, because that sounds amazing.
Right. Make sure you send those back if those aren't done right.
I will. But yeah, it's been a good time. I've been missing you, missing my animals, missing home a little bit. It's good to see my children.
Yeah, definitely take advantage of that, of course.
Yes. I was really looking forward to the show today because it's like almost like a little visit home, to visit with all my family and friends here in chat. So hello to everyone. It's good to see everybody.
They are chatting away, that's for sure. Let's go on down the line here. We've got Sir Grows a lot. David, what's up, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing today? How's chat?
Fantabulous.
I can't see chat, so I don't know how chat's doing. But no, I'm doing good. Just last weekend, I was not feeling well. I had a stomach thing, not a bug. And it was just, I was down for the count. But I'm feeling better, doing good. Garden's looking great, and just chugging along.
Is that a a beer can bottle that I see in front of you?
Oh, yes. I was given one of these, the little Keith Colas. It's the blood orange.
Cool. Oh, okay. For
So
some reason, I thought it looked like a Bud Light can bottle.
I'm comboing that with a Boulder Bar. That was also given. So,
There you go. I like those things.
yeah. I got a brownie over here. So I'm just getting really medicated tonight.
That's what we do here, generally. I've been kind of fighting. I've been fighting this little. It's halfway between a cold and a flu, but only hitting me like 50%, just knocking me down a little bit. I've been all stuffy, congested, and whatnot. But I'm fighting it, and I contribute that. I honestly do to my cannabis use, to my the amount of cannabis that I consume, the amount of different compounds, because I eat it or I consume it in multiple different avenues. So I tend to not get praying to the porcelain god sick. I'll generally not get throw up sick or not get bed bound sick, which is nice. I haven't been sick in probably 5 years, where I've been really extremely sick. So, anyways,
that was me this weekend. I was not feeling well at all. The only thing that actually helped me feel good was cannabis.
There you
go. Medicating. It was like, whew. I don't know. I couldn't eat much. It was just bad. And then, I don't know.
I find that when I'm congested and just, because a lot of time you get the upper respiratory, the last thing you want to do is inhale smoke, because it just starts making you cough. It hurts more, hurts your throat. Everything just sucks. So it's really nice to have the RSO that you can eat, your Reclaim that's maybe activated that you can eat, your rosin you can activate it and eat. You can just activate flowers in it as well. So many different options for medication. You're not feeling well. Cheers, everybody, for the donations. I appreciate that very much. Real quick, because he asked, favorite strain of cannabis, we'll say. I don't have one. I'm going to say that. I don't really have one. I really like my Critical Kush. I like a lot of different flowers for a lot of different reasons. I like my Critical Kush. I like my Dark Plasma because they're both sleepers. I like my Smurfzilla because it's a daytime smoke. How about you guys? You got a favorite, or what do you think, Dizzy?
Oh, my favorite's Critical Kush. I think I gotta call it that because it's a toss-up a little bit between that and the Dark Plasma, but our Critical Kush is just delicious.
I hear you. David?
I love it. It makes me feel good.
That's why we smoke.
Yeah, man.
David, man, it's tough. I'm a big fan of Durban Poison.
Oh.
Big fan of Durban Poison. And some of the more older school stuff, like I like some of the old OGs for sure. Anything, I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough. You're right. It's really tough to say your favorite. I will say that my overwhelming favorite is Durban Poison. Other than that, I don't know. They're all kind of my favorite at that point.
What do you think, man? I don't even think we said hi to you. What's going on? Yeah. Man? What's your favorite strain?
Favorite strain, man. There's just so many that I've enjoyed over the years. I know I really enjoyed when I was growing the King Urkel out. Just the high of it, the sativa, to me, it hit me like an indica. Some of the other things, man, I guess some really old school skunk, just anything that's really, pungent and skunky.
I haven't had a real skunky skunk in a while.
Hard to come by.
Right?
I remember one of my favorites to grow was Green Crack.
I hate that name.
Yeah, I don't like the name, but that strain, whatever cut I got my hands on back in the day, that was like.
I've got these
fire.
I got these Malawi crosses here. One's straight Malawi and one's a Malawi cross from Bear Grown. I'm kind of excited to pop them, kind of scared to pop them. but it'll be a minute before I do that. I got to get some stuff done before I do that. But it'd be interesting to have a good sativa in my garden, like a hardcore sativa too.
I think it's dab time.
There you go. Oh yeah, you got to push mute because you got that torchy torch over there.
Yeah. We got emails.
No, so nice. So nice. Like I said, this is 10 minutes in. I usually say I don't know where the fuck I'm at about halfway in, but this is 10 minutes in. Dizzy's not here. She doesn't. I don't know what to do. I'm just lost, guys. So I'm just gonna do a dab, I guess, too. That was a really fun video that I made earlier this week as well. Multi-day video. The last video that I shot at the end sucked because my quality on my phone was turned down, but for the video. But other than that, it was a fun video to shoot, man. That cake was badass. You can see in my eyes when I said I was going to break it open. You can see I got a smile on my face. It was like, ooh, this could be fun.
I can't wait to watch your vid. I have to check it out.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Why don't you tell us what's been going on with you this week, Ian?
Well, quite a bit, really. Been doing a lot of research on plant exudates and the genomes that plants have that they actually put off through the exudate that kind of draws the bacteria and fungi to the rhizosphere, and what they use to uptake everything. And I'm kind of wanting to see how many companies are really putting in the right stuff, or at least trying to put the right stuff in the either organic or hydro biology, just any type of biology that they're selling us.
So layman's terms, what he's saying is that is that plants ask for particular, very specific things through root excretions. Ooh, I said it correctly. I said root. Yes. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. And that's about as dumbed down as you can get. They excrete juices, which are actually signals and messages that ask for things in return, specific things that they need depending on where they are in their life cycle. That's about as dumbed down as you can put it.
Yeah, some of it might be like signaling for phosphorus or some sulfur or some nitrogen in a different form. So there's some things that if you do the research, you can kind of look into kind of what plants really tend more towards on some of this, just from the government research that's out there. And it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of it to go through, but I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it.
Good. And well, as we were talking just before the show, it's about making the plant not waste energy by asking for something that you could have just given it.
Mm-hmm. And like it is a part of the soil food web, but it's getting more specific, like grasses and lumens. They use different plant biology or different microbes in the rhizosphere just to uptake differently than other plants. Like trees take certain things. So like if you live in a desert atmosphere or environment, they have special biology in the soil that when it's so dry and they're not getting water, that they still kind of thrive in that. Where other soils that get a lot of rain, if they went through a drought, they wouldn't have that biology. So that's kind of what, some of the research kind of talks about. So
chat's got me going. Big Ritz, Big Fritz.
Crystal Navarro, I would say medicated most of the day, not once or twice a day. When I first started, maybe once or twice a day, but now it requires me to use very high levels to stay at least in the manageable pain level. So yeah, all day, every day.
I say medicate. I mean, yes, we do, but I say medicate as to what your body asks for, what your body requires. In other words, if you want to get high, get high.
Smoke as much as you need. They were just asking how much we smoke.
Yeah, literally. I myself don't like to smoke in about the first hour or two of the day. Generally speaking, I don't know. It's just a wake up time for me. I guess unless I'm trying a new strain, because that's the best time to smoke and try a new strain. But then for the rest of the day, it's just periodic throughout the day. Some days I'll have the e-nail sitting here on the entire time, and I'll just come in and do a dab as I feel like it. Other days, dab rig doesn't come on until 6 o'clock in the evening, and I do a couple, shut it back off. It all depends. And people have asked me about the flower and rosin too, and I go back and forth 50-50.
I smoke from the time I wake up within like the first half hour, and then pretty much throughout the day. Some days I don't get to smoke because I'm working, so I don't have time to really get away. But when I come home, boy, I make up for it.
There you go. Do we get a David's Garden update? Are they looking better?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now they're interested. Now chat's asking. You got them excited last week by showing them shitty plants. See, that's a way to get them in.
Oh hey, go.
Oh, I meant no, what do you got? Let's see. Right. Seriously, I'm kind of excited because we did give you a little bit of a hard time last week. A lot of a hard time last week.
That's okay.
Oh, look at that.
All right. Wait, what?
I saw it for a second.
Where am I?
Ooh, Jesus, this smells really good.
Much better, much happier. Couple of them definitely. I just haven't trimmed anything up on the bottoms, but all new, happy.
Get in and give me a top down.
Growth.
There we go. Yeah, they are growing up a little bit, so they're looking a little better. They're still a little light green. The top growth. Ooh, that one in the front right is really praying.
Yeah, that one right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. That's
doing nice so well. Yeah, no, they're definitely bouncing back. I would say, probably this time next week they'll be right in full swing with where they should have been.
Now, are you Now these are regular plants, regular seeds.
Yeah,
correct?
These are all regulars. Yeah.
Now,
so there's going to be some weeding, figuring out who's male and who's female, but it's whatever.
What is your topping procedure / process, if any, from this point?
Well, at this point, since they kind of had a struggle early on, I'll give them a little bit extra until I give them a top.
Do you wait for them to sex before? Do you wait for them to sex?
No, I mean, I'll start working on all of them, and then eventually they'll show and I'll just pull them out as I need to. It's not a big deal. I like their ladies.
What I'm getting at in a long ways around is, do you or does anyone here find that topping a plant before it sexes makes it take longer to show sex?
Kind of. Because one thing it's trying to do is get the plant to get the development everywhere else. So now you're fighting that with the hormone change of trying to sex it. So to me, it kind of slows it down if I just let the plant go for, anywhere from 30 to 60 days. And it's a long time for some people, and that's why a lot of people like taking clones and trying to flip it right away in 12/12 to see what they have,
Yeah, I'd like to take my time. I don't know. For me, it's
that's completely fine. That's why we talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I let them sex all the way out, and I'll leave them in veg until I know what they are, and I'll be training along the way.
That tends to be what I do as well.
Yeah, and if regular seed ratios hold true, it should be about a 50-50. So,
somebody's opening the garage door.
I know. Oh my. No, but it should be about a 50-50. Like half and half. There'll be half males, half females, typically. So we'll see what happens. And I got the next set ready to go, and just got to get more room. I need to set up another tent and get another veg tent going.
There you go.
So I can have more going. But they're good. They're bouncing back.
I've got a confession to make this week as I'm sitting here breaking up this dark plasma here in front of me. most of you guys know, most of the regulars anyways, we walked into the garden a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I showed. We talked about the deficiencies that I had in my garden because I didn't. I mean, I caused the problem. I'm not going to go back there again, anyways. So, as these plants were growing, this is such a rudimentary. Like, this is me sitting in a confessional booth right here. So, go easy on me, guys. You label your plants, right? This is going to go way back. Like, we're going to go back to kindergarten here, or maybe even preschool. You label your plants, and you label critical kush, and you fucking expect it to be critical kush when you harvest, right? Well, my only defense is that I had a recognizable problem with nutrients, so things were going a little weird. But nonetheless, this plant right here was labeled the entire time, and I completely was convinced. For some reason, it's beyond me that this was Smurfzilla. When I'm harvesting it and smelling it the other day, yeah, David, I mean, it's ridiculous because these are so opposite ends of the spectrum kind of plants. One's fruity or coffee, like you think, like for some idiotic reason. And this one is OG, like hardcore. So the minute I hit it with the scissors when I'm trimming it, I'm like, I sent Dizzy a message and I said, I think this Smurfzilla is dark plasma. And then I broke some up and I smoked it. And I sent her another message. I'm like 75% sure. And then I finished the bowl and I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is dark plasma. And it's labeled as dark. It's definitely dark plasma. So what a horrible poop mistake. I just had to admit it. It was so whatever.
It happens. You don't remove the labels from the jars that you previously used.
Well, you would have thought, like I said, my only defense is that I was having a problem with the plants. But you would have thought at one point in time I would have squeezed them and smelled them and been like,
this is like on the label on the plant, not on the jar. Like, so, and how did we not notice that it was the other plant? Like, because they do look different. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't have much of an excuse, but I just had to admit it.
Pedro was just that medicated. He didn't.
At least I know. At least I know dark plasma. Well, excuse me. Well enough to have recognized it during the trimming process.
Yeah. And in our defense, we spend most of our time looking at our soil in our garden.
We do spend a lot of time looking at the soil in the garden, especially since I've been battling these root aphid. They're still showing their heads. This Met 52 is the weapon. It is extremely effective for root aphids. But the root aphids are extremely fucking persistent, especially in a SIPS container system, because you've got the reservoir, and the way it's all set up is the roots drop down through the bottom of the soil and kind of feed into the water into the reservoir. It's just the way it happens. And so you can have the potential for a lot of root aphids to be in your reservoir, at the top of your reservoir. So when you do a root drench, you've got to be sure to really do a good root drench. So I think after the last couple of weeks, a couple applications, I think I've got a good application down. All of the beneficials are laid down. I'm going to apply nematodes probably tonight, actually. And again, cross my fucking fingers. So thrips, method 1, knock them out as long as it's in veg. If you're in flower, you're in trouble. Sorry, that was an answer to somebody. That was random. Somebody in chat said I've been battling thrips. Method 1 for thrips is a good option. It's an organic. It's rosemary and peppermint oil mix, I believe, for the most part, along with some emulsifiers. And we usually mix it with silica as an additional emulsifier, as well as a plant. What word am I looking for? Immune system boost. Thank you, Pedro. And anyways, it's a good way to do that. Wasps got rid of my regular aphids. So that's who said that in chat? Wander. So as you go through the research process of a new bug, yes, man, everything's all crazy tonight. I found out that wasps do eat aphids. You got to remember that I'm in a SIPS container, and that I've got a shower cap on top of my soil, so it's not conducive for wasps. And plus, I'm allergic to bees, so I don't like that thought. Can you imagine just having something in your garden that could potentially kill you every time you walk in there? Sounds fun.
I don't like the idea of wasps indoors either. If it's outside, okay, sure, but not in my house. Wasps are just creepy. The way that they fly is too erratic.
Yeah, they're zzz, zzz, zzz.
Yeah, and they're like all over the place. Like it's never a straight line. It's nuts.
No, you can't predict something like that. If I can't predict it, it ain't in my grow room.
I like it.
So I'm just reading chat. Doing dabs. What else this week?
Excuse me.
Cheers, brother. How are you? Chilling like a villain. I'm lost. I don't even know what to do. I've been doing here's what I've been doing this week. We'll go there. The whole effing farm. So every morning I get up and I go out and I'll make sure that the goats and chickens and everything have food and have their hay. And I do that in the morning because I figure I want to be eating during the day. I don't want to be eating at night. I don't know. It's just my thought. And I go check on the bunnies. And then I run around. I've been doing laundry, do dishes. I've been trying to keep the house kind of in order for when Dizzy comes back home. I don't know. Probably shouldn't say that because it'll look like shit when she gets here and she'll be like, I thought you were keeping it in order. What else? I pressed out 100 grams of rosin, made a freaking video for you guys. I applied the Met 52 again to the garden, been tending to the garden. So I've been trying to stay busy. I'm eating every once in a while in there somewhere. So look at this stuff. What is this, David? What you got?
Oh, it's some souse.
Is that made with that? What's it made with?
I honestly have no idea.
Oh, David, that hurts me even more.
No. A very good, well-trusted source.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better. Not like you just go to the dispensary and be like, I want that orange one up there.
No. No, much more trusted source.
Gotcha.
But I don't know how it's made, and it's so terpy.
There are people that
crazy, man,
that achieve things that do not like to talk about them. I talk about them. I want everybody to try to be able to try, to have the ability to attempt it,
Yeah. I just think it looks so tasty. Can't focus. Not focusing.
It's very yellow.
It's just terpy.
It's just terpy. The terps make it yellow.
I don't know, man. The Mammoth P makes it yellow.
No, you're not supposed to put the P in there. You're not supposed to drink or smoke that shit.
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Throw it, yes.
Pedro.
I didn't do it. Cheers, growing Cali Dank. Good to see you in chat, brother. Hope everything's going okay. Gray Wind, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Just watched my video. Mike's Atomic Skier.
Yeah, that guy.
Sunday, correct, Dizzy?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just gonna have to make it happen.
Yep, Sunday evening. So I'm supposed to get back in, I think, at 4:40 or something like that. So we should hook up for dinner.
There's the caveat. Is it depending on what time you come in? If it's late, we're just gonna frickin' make this happen. So.
Yep. Sunday night.
There.
We will be there to deliver your shirt and smoke. And
are we going into Breck?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, why not?
All right, we might as well. Because I don't think he says. I think he says he didn't have a rental, so
it's hard for him to get around. So we can just go meet him and have dinner. He'll know where a good spot is to eat, I'm sure, because he's been there for a bit.
For sure. Keep it redneck for us. We don't like yuppie.
Don't get too fancy.
Yeah, no doubt.
We need to be able to go in there and reek like marijuanas.
I can give him a suggestion. I know where they like to eat.
In Breckenridge?
Can I say it? Oh, I don't know if they have one in Brack. Never mind.
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh, you're talking about Culver's?
I was gonna say Culver's, dude.
I think that might be where I got this bug.
I fucking love Culver's now. You took me there, and you were like, "Dude, this place is the shit."
It is. And if you start having like more than just their butter burger, you'll be like, "Whoa!" You'll be impressed.
Dude, I was kind of jealous.
I remember I ordered 2
without me because like he dropped me off at the airport first, and then he went and got Culver's, and I'm like, oh man, I had totally had enough time. I was like, man, I should have went to Culver's first, but then he got sick, and I didn't get sick, and that's the only place we went that wasn't the same place. So I think he got sick at Culver's.
That and a couple gas stations on the way home or something.
Yeah. So I think I just lucked out. Instead of getting cheese curds, I also missed out on the flu. Yay.
I'll have them again next Sunday. Hopefully I don't get the flu/cold with it again. I'll tell you what, that round trip to Denver, just over 600 miles sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, I've driven all
the
over.
time.
Yeah, I've driven all over Colorado, and it's, I've done a loop from where I live all the way up to Colorado Springs, all the way down towards Walsenburg and back and around through Alamosa. And dude, it's not fun sometimes, but getting to meet and hang out with people is always the best part of it.
Oh, agreed. 100%. I'm on the road all the time too.
Chad, this is actually great. Chad, whoever Chad is, says, when are those sweatshirts coming out? You can actually go and you can purchase them right now, and I urge you to do so. No, you can purchase them right now. If you want to, though, you can go into chat or down into the comments section or whatever in the description of this video, and it says where you can click on to go and purchase. Dude, you can purchase shirts, like high quality or low quality sweatshirts, t-shirts, coffee mugs, pillowcases, aprons, I don't know, a lot of stuff. Key rings, a lot of stuff.
Phone cases.
Phone cases. So, and I've said this before, and I'm not like trying to make a contest out of this or anything, but whatever it is, what it is. The first person that I see walking around like just randomly wearing some Pedro and Dizzy gear is gonna have to get something kind of cool. So.
Sweet.
Anyways.
Mike says that he thinks Melty might be joining us for dinner. That's cool.
Very cool.
Sid Avery said they got a free Del Taco for smelling so dank once, so he made a trade.
Oh, that's awesome. I love trading.
Love it.
A gift for a gift.
Yeah.
Trades is
a gift for a gift. Speaking of gifts, I actually have. I'm going to do this probably tomorrow. I keep saying this. I'm sorry because I suck. But I have the thingies. They're the envelopes. They're here to remind me. I got the emails, and I'm going to be sending out. I think there's 4 or 5 winners of Mammoth P stuff coming up that I still have to get out. And some slaps, and I'll put some cool stuff in there for you. We'll see what I can figure out. Ooh, we got some stuff that we got from the Indo Expo. I can probably pepper some of that stuff in just because I suck, and I appreciate you not chewing me up and spitting me out for having late giveaways.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I said that I was going to do that last Wednesday too. But then I did. But then my day got all crazy because I was not feeling well on Tuesday, so I didn't get shit done. And then Wednesday, I was really busy trying to get everything done before I left, so I never got to it. I'm sorry. My bad.
I pressed some more trim bin or some trim bin dry sift out this week. That's like one of my favorite things to do is get some really clean sift. I'll be the first one to admit, and I can't get this to focus. I'll be the first one to admit, there we go, that the keef that I press in my video, I admitted it in the video. It's like 50-50 clean or something like that. I got like 40% return out of it. When you press something that's clean, now my camera needs a hit. When you press something that's clean, the material that you get out is so much more satisfying, and I'm not afraid to give out a shout out where a shout out is due. There's a gentleman on Instagram. His name is the Dry Sift Wizard, and he makes these dry sift screens, all handcrafted wood, done really finished really nicely, and has different screen sizes. And he's got a 10-second sift method that he's kind of like coined. He's dubbed it his own. And some of the material that he gets, man, I'd love to squish that out because it's just so pretty when you get a really, really pretty squish. Cheers.
I'm so excited because I get to do some pressing tonight. I have never done much pressing alone, right? Usually it's always Pedro and I'm kind of assisting him. But tonight I'm going to show the people that I'm staying with how to press their keef with the whole, hair straightener and coffee filter situation. So that'll be fun. Hopefully I have some good success with it because I really need a little more rosin. I didn't bring quite enough with me.
You, apply that pressure slow, and the key there, more than pressure, because you can apply it more than once, is your temperature, making sure that you get your temperature down below that 200 range.
Yeah. Yep, I'm excited. I'm gonna press some flour too because I brought plenty of Smurf, so I can press some of that out if I figure out how to do it by myself.
Is that indoor or outdoor Smurf?
It's indoor.
You took that on the plane.
I telepathically transported it here.
You're a wizard.
I'm not even gonna say how. Just my brain said,
you blew
"Hey,
my mind."
Be there." And when I got here, it was there.
Just know that you won't get anything pretty out of Smurf. It doesn't press very well. You've heard me bitch about that before.
I do have a little bit of CK with me too. And it's moister because moister.
Do the CK. The CK will press out.
I don't have very much of that. But yeah.
The CK would press out much nicer than the Smurf. For some reason, I just can't get a good color on the Smurf. It always come out dark, and I always get like a 12 to 15% return. So it smells great as a flower. The smoke's great, but I just don't get a lot out of it. And there's strains that are like that. So.
Oh, good idea, chilling.
I saw that. I don't know. I plan on getting another press in the future. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do with the old one yet. It seems like every time I say that, there's usually somebody that offers to buy it. So
yep.
Let's see what happens. And Andrea in Wonderland, it's kind of funny. I laugh when this happens all the time. I did not intend. She says that plant growth regulator equals PGR equals Pedro's Grow Room. LOL just hit me. And when I first made the channel, it's kind of funny because I'm a straight up organic grower, and PGR, plant growth regulator, and Pedro's Grow Room, completely unintended when I made the channel. I think I named the channel on the intro to my first video. I was like, well, welcome to Pedro's Grow Room. And I was like, well, there it is, so.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. It was like spontaneously said, and that was it. My name was really the same because we were in Dago's garage getting ready for the first time that I was on the round table when we were at his house, and he's all, "What should we call you?" I was like, "I don't know, like the Dizzy Grower." He's like, "Okay." Just kind of popped out, and it stuck.
Absolutely. Now it sticks to me because I'll be talking to like her parents, and I'll call her Dizzy. So it's really kind of funny. Some bacteria make PGR. It's not inorganic, Ganja Lion says. So no, it's just funny though. It's amusing. Is it time for me to stay? Where am I at yet? No, it's not. I got 20 more minutes.
Dang.
Well, in that case, I'll take a bong rip.
I'm gonna do a hat dance on your bong rip just because I looked over and saw this sexy hat sitting next to me. So I'll be right back.
I know what hat he's gonna put on. He got really excited about this new hat.
Oh.
Grow
I can I can allow that. I can totally allow that.
Isn't that sexy hat, dude?
Oh, I love it, actually. Now I'm a little jealous that I don't have one.
We'll have to see what maybe we can do, huh?
Yeah. I mean, now you've got 2 really fly hats.
Yeah, well, actually, Dizzy's got one of these too. He see, this is the really funny part. And this is not a dig on anybody.
I've been spoiled lately.
This is not a dig on anybody, but most people will gift me something and kind of forget about Dizzy. Lately, everybody's been remembering Dizzy, which is awesome. I think Mouse was the first one to just straight up like send 2. I was like, look, we got 2. Like, holy shit. So that's funny. But we have the colored one and we have a white one.
Mm-hmm. Both look sharp. I like the color because I like color, but they're both very cool. No, it did not come with a light shredder. Aw, wah, wah, wah.
DT says, do all hats now have the wide bill? Yes. Well, not all of them, number one, but most of them do. And actually, this is the same make as the Mammoth P hat, but a different bill style. It's like way out here on this side. It's the Mammoth P is more rounded. This is like,
we have a rounded bill. This
is like squared the hell off. I've always it's kind of funny. Here's another confessional. Should we take a confessional? I've always really classified flat bill hat wearers. Urban, I usually round mine just a little bit too, but I seriously did. I would talk to Dizzy's dad a lot, and I'd say he's one of those flat hat bill wearers, whatever the hell. And because it was like you were kind of like that, like a skater. You were like classified. You were like put you in a category.
Now we're both wearing them.
So I got to eat my words. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of the flat, because I'm a redneck. but I do got my redneck hats for when I'm doing my redneck things. So
they do look good on you, though.
Thanks, baby. Oh, and then this thing. That's the other part. That will generally never stay on.
I take those off too. It's like packaging to me. You don't leave the packaging on anything else you wear, right?
Well, I was actually noticing in the video that I made earlier that I still have the "Do not take me off" sticker. Warning: by penalty of law, do not. This doesn't say that
on the emails thing.
Yeah, I looked at it earlier in the video and I'm like, it's all dirty, and why is it still on there? Like,
I don't know.
Just cut it off.
You should.
Anyways, whatever.
Madiger, that is our central heat. Yeah. We used the wood burning furnace.
Oh,
he was noticing the wood stove in our room.
Oh, yeah. You've got to call out what they say. Remember, we had this discussion.
Sorry.
We realized that people watch the show after the live. Like, there's 208. Cheers, everybody. There's 208 viewers, and it ends up getting, I don't know, 1,700 views, almost 2,000 views every week. I think last week was only 1,300. But anyways, so there's people that watch after the fact, you can't watch live all the time. So panel, when you see, except David, because he doesn't pay attention to chat. I'm joking. He's on his phone.
I don't. No.
You need to get a computer down there and stuff, or a monitor or something. Or laptop. You have a laptop, dude.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so wait. You finish the thing, and then you walk me through, and I'll go grab my laptop and be on chat.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
If you can walk me through how to do it, I'll figure it out.
We can. We can do that.
You have Google, so yeah, we can do that. Probably not today, but we can do it sometime.
Toes up, Jeff Green.
So, anyways, what I was getting back at is make sure to call out the effing question that you're answering in chat before you just answer it, because people might not know what the hell they're talking about because they don't have chat after the fact.
You're right.
Damn it! Now I'm gonna go get my laptop. No, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, you can figure it out. If you can't, Chad will just give you shit for
Google
it. So
Hangouts, yeah.
no pressure.
And then open up YouTube. He's gone.
That's all right.
Talking to myself.
We can well, that's okay. We can still give him shit because he has the ability to watch us later too.
True, but he probably won't. So
That's
it's even more fun.
Yes, that's true because then we can hide it. Yep. That's probably the best time because you're right. He'll never come back.
He ain't around.
Yeah.
Yep.
You won't hear it.
Chad
I don't know what to
does
say
really
though.
like
He's
you.
a really nice guy.
I know it's like hard to.
Don't worry, we'll bust your balls.
Chad'll find something. Chad's very good at that. But be nice. Gave him enough shit last week for his shitty looking plants. I mean, his not so healthy looking plants. Now he's been so busy that when the Indo Expo, and he was down south of me the week before the Indo Expo, or a week or two before. So he's been running around with his freaking head cut off. So, anyways. He will figure it out.
GF's pointing out that we bullied him last week over his plants, the week before over his name. This week it's over him not being in chat. We're picking on him a lot.
Damn, that is harsh. You guys better be really nice to him when he comes back. Show him some love.
Zooey, I'm heading home on Sunday.
Oh, he's back. Did he hear us the whole time? I bet he heard us the whole time. I bet he's got wireless.
I just want to say those are very nice things you said about me.
I just realized that he had his Bluetooth headset in.
I heard every word. I heard everything. Go on,
Every
guys.
word. Good. At least it didn't get too bad.
I couldn't even think of anything to say about you.
I know. You're like, he's a really nice guy. All right, I'm grabbing the laptop. We're going to make this.
There you go.
But
Spartan Girl
don't stop
says,
the show.
We won't. We won't. I'll try to. It sometimes just stops because Spartan Grown says Pedro's grown. It just doesn't have to say Pedro's grown. Pedro, do you let your sips dry all the way out before watering again? That's an excellent question because that's about the biggest learning curve to the sips container is the moisture level. Early on in the plant's life, when you transplant, especially if the plant is any bit of root bound. If the plant is any bit of root bound, you've got to very, very delicately introduce it into the sips container. It's very easy to overwater the sips container and stunt your plants for quite a long time. So early on in the plant's life, I won't fill up the reservoir all the way because they hold 2.5 gallons. The big ones do, and the small ones hold 1.5 gallons. So I won't fill them up all the way. And yes, I will let them sit dry for a day or two between watering. Now, as that plant is when it's going into the flower room, it's full throttle. It's pounding through. Just about the minute that I see that the reservoir is dry, I'll fill the reservoir and fill the reservoir back up again. But great question. That's about the biggest learning curve. And I think that is the easiest way to introduce an imbalance of anything into your garden, especially with these sips containers, is an overwatering. It can introduce bugs. It can introduce an imbalance of fungal or bacteria. So you just, it's really, really a touchy thing.
Takes them a long time to recover from an overwatering.
Pedro, what kind of lights do you use in your garden? In the veg room, I actually do a combo of T5s, an HPS, and an LED. I've got one of the Mother's Little Helpers, which seems the effing plant that Mother's Little Helper is one of the healthiest and happiest plants in that garden. So real big shout out to that Mother's Little Helper. It doesn't give a huge spread. It's only 150 watt light. But like I said, that the plant that is underneath that Mother's Little Helper is like the prettiest plant in the garden. So cheers to that. In the flower room, Pacific Light Concept, period.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, dude. That light, I'm telling you, that plant underneath it is so pretty, happy, and I've got it trained out. It's a pretty specimen. And it's one of my dark platinums.
Oh, good. Okay, now, quick. How do I get on this chat?
You just log into Google to your email.
Go ahead, he's already in the thing. He can just go to YouTube and open up the show.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, you're already in the show. Yeah,
you're already in the show on the phone. You don't need to change that. Just Open
Never
shut.
mind.
Good call.
You got it. We're gonna do
Man,
that.
you're so much smarter than me.
I know. Oh, wait.
How does one get bugs if there are no bugs to be gotten? Do they just magically appear? I swear to effing God, yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
I don't know how.
I don't either, and I'll bet you if you ask most gardeners, they'll say yes, they do. So the true answer to that is they probably got there somehow, some way in on something.
Well, look how tiny some of these bugs are.
You know, they could be in your medium. They could have been in
Yeah.
your medium in the form of an egg, you know, and there you go.
Somebody in a grow store could have had some on it, and they transferred onto you, and you took them home.
You shook their
There you
hand.
go. Yeah.
Now it's on your sleeve, you know.
Yeah.
But like
And that's
1997,
typically,
there's 1997 Wolverine. Yes, bugs magically appear.
yeah.
Worm castings and compost have bugs. So
Yep.
In doing what I do, I actually only do one commercial or one farm visit a day.
there you go. Yeah, good call.
And that's my personal IPM protocol.
When I am talking to someone generally, and I didn't need to with you because you knew where I had been. Generally, I'll tell them prior to going into the garden where I've been that day and give them the opportunity to say no. And you know, like I haven't been in any gardens today, or I've been at Walmart, Home Depot. I've been all over today and haven't taken a shower. You know, I don't know if you should go into your garden, you know, kind of thing. So just give that's a common courtesy.
I need to get out of here, Pedro. My battery's about to die on my computer. So
Cool, brother. Thanks for coming in.
yeah,
I didn't see your there it is.
I'll holler at you guys. We'll see you
Sounds
guys
good.
around. So
You have a good
Take care,
week,
buddy.
man.
yeah, you
See
guys
ya.
too.
Stay warm. He's freezing ass cold out there.
Is Dave in chat now?
Oh,
Andrea in Wonderland.
check it out. Dave is in chat, but Dave probably doesn't have a wrench.
We can get him one.
Do I need to at people? I need to at people, right? I got to be adding all you cats. Okay.
Adding helps.
All right. That's happening.
There you go. Yes, if you do at, it will pop up. And now everybody sees it.
All right. Let's,
Now he's
There you are.
in like Flynn.
how do I get the emojis though? Oh, there they are.
That's a.
Don't
a
worry,
skill,
guys.
man.
We're done. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
ask any more questions. Let's do it.
Welcome to chat, Dave.
You ask chat anything and they will answer.
Look at that.
Hi, Party and Piglet.
Dude, you are real. Fado, what's up?
Party and Piglet. That's kind of cute.
That's a couple, I think.
I guess that's a safe assessment. That's some shit.
Man, you guys brought me out of the shell. Like I haven't been on a chat in years, man.
Look at
There
you
you go.
social mediaing.
Oh no, goodness. It's starting to grow on me a bit here.
It's kind of fun, man. Then this whatever land that we have dubbed it in
Yeah.
chat is
It can be whatever we want it to be.
who dubbed it? Was that Nana? I think that
It was
Nana.
me first, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then she picked it up and rolled
So
with it.
many. Okay. So many.
Bada's out there in chat, chatting away.
What?
Mammoth P sales just gone up 5%. Oh, jeepers.
That's actually funny.
That's funny.
But here is easier.
It
Yes.
is much easier. Like I'll
Man,
grab
you're correct.
when Dizzy's live for the women's show, and I'm not allowed to be on the camera. I'll take my laptop into the living room so I can chat. I'm joking. I'm probably allowed to be on camera, but I don't show all my face on camera.
Last time you came and sat with me because it was just me and Pixie
That's
lost the
why.
connection, remember? And you
I-
came and did dabs with me
I came and rescued you
until
'cause
she
everybody
got back.
dumped you. I know. Everybody dumped on you. I'm like, holy shit, she's alone.
I appreciated that.
I bet.
I think we're having the next sisterhood show on Monday on Ruby's channel.
Yes, you are. Number one.
We are.
RF3 asks a very good question that I want to answer. Where can I get me a Mammoth P hat, David? Because everybody asks for a Mammoth, and it's fine that everybody asks for a Mammoth P hat because they've created a want, and it's marketing, and it is what it is, and it's beautiful. I think it's awesome, actually. It's just cool that something like that can be created. It's also an awesome product, so blah blah blah. But you got to work for it, you know. I've been doing this for quite a long time, you know, and I've worked with David for a long time. I've fucking known David for, I guess not a long time, but
it's easily almost 2 years now.
I don't know, something like that. But anyways, this is not something that's just given away. It's something that's kind of earned, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, I do think I do have 2 hats now. I didn't even get one at the Endo Expo, and I really, honestly, and I talked to Dizzy about this. I was like, there were so many hats going around, and I didn't. I don't need another one, dude. Just not. I have 2 hats, dude. If I like completely demolish it or something, then we'll talk at some point in time about the black one, because then I won't get so fucking dirty. But we need to spread the love. I've got 2 hats already. I don't want people to be like, "Oh, Pedro's got 3," you know. So,
plus you've got to keep that title, the dirtiest mammoth hat. Yeah, I mean that's actually something to really be proud of.
I agree.
So,
it was funny.
Hold on to it, man. Get it dirtier. Because now I'm sure there's going to be people posting photos of their dirty mammoth hats and be like, "Yeah, well, look, mine's dirtier than Pedro's. I'm the champ now." So, you know, there's going to be competition.
And then RF3 says, the same gentleman says, I'm assuming a gentleman, I don't know why, gentleman, says, I was at the expo. Yeah, a lot of people were at the expo. I think there were 24 hats given away either both days or each day. So there was a very limited number of hats that were given away. It just is what it is. I mean, just wanted to answer that question. Holy cow. Terps got out there. That comes from Vader. Vader and Vader. From the Taste Buds episodes, which are effing hilarious. Boy, you're a typer.
He got chatting, and now he's busy chatting.
Yeah, he is.
They're working him for a hat and chat over there.
Yeah, they are.
There's so many people trying to figure out what's going on.
He's got 200 people, and they're all talking to him at the same time.
It's great. It's great.
Here's a good answer. Here's a good lame answer for how you can potentially obtain a Mammoth P gear, because these are snowflake items. They don't sell any of these things. The hats, the zip ups hoodies, which are freaking sweet. The rolling papers. They don't sell any of this stuff, but you can purchase somewhere. You can get your samples. You know, you can get your slaps and stuff from your hydro stores. You can create an Instagram account, start sharing stuff, start repping for different companies for the stuff that you use, start tagging them. And they will eventually just reach out to you. I guarantee it. So.
And Zooey, they only give them away. They're not for sale. So yeah,
it is
not
marketing. For sale.
They just don't give away 1 billion of them because they're really good quality hats. I mean,
yeah, they are. No, but that's how you do it. Yep. We probably take about 60 hats to every big show, like all the public ones and stuff, and then the little shop shows that we do, they'll probably take anywhere between 6 to 12. So if you're lucky and you're in the area and you can catch one of the reps at a show, that's honestly the best way to get a hat. Sometimes we do giveaways. Sometimes Pedro and Dizzy do giveaways, and we help kind of hook people up on the side. But honestly, the best, all the things that I give Dizzy and Pedro, they'll come out of my personal hat stock. So you guys got to understand, every hat I give out, it takes one out of my personal stock. So just be aware of that.
But you're so
whenever
smart.
we do that, that's how it happens. So the best ways to do it is to go to the shows for sure.
You're so smart because you know that you can give them to Pedro and I, and we are a good marketing outlet for you, sir.
So here's the honest thing.
I mean, that's not the only reason, but there is there's a benefit to it.
That is a benefit.
When I got I got my first hat, it was the gray one, and I wore it, and it honestly it pinched my head just a little bit because of their snapback, so they got a limited adjustment. When I got the second hat, this one that's next to me, it fits so it fits my head. So that's literally like I'll wear a hat because it fits my head. It feels good to wear. I won't wear this one around all the time because I can feel it right here pushing. It's kind of weird. That one fits badass, so that's why I wear that one all the time. That's why it's so damn dirty. I wear this gardening and wear it outside. That's a sticky trap. Fly sticky trap in the garden. So it's not like I just took this outside and rubbed it in the dirt. It's just from months and months and months and months of use and work, and yeah.
Woody got his Mammoth P today, and he's excited. So yay! Yeah,
I saw that.
Madiger says that there's a rumor that there's traces of ancient mammoth jizz in it for extra growth value.
That's a first. I like that. That's great. I haven't heard that rumor.
Protein.
It's all about that protein. Yeah.
Blackheart Garden says Pedro and Dizzy broke up or what? No, she's on vacation with their children this week.
The next comment is a winky face.
Yeah, I saw that.
But for who? I mean, you're both a cat.
I think he was just saying he was kidding.
Yeah. David looking at the other
side.
What
do we got? Oh man, thanks for that brought cheers. Oh, gotcha, Mike. Gotcha.
So what else do we got? So I mean, you
oh my gosh.
What's that?
Did you see Grow Mouse comment?
Is Grow Mouse in chat?
He just said, "I love getting head from you, Pedro, even though it hurts a little bit." Wow.
Oh. That's because my thing hurts. That's right. That's right. It's because I left it flat. So you can see it right there. It's got a space here and a space here. If I was to bend it like unnatural, like it's not supposed to be, it'd probably be better. I didn't even see. Where's he at? I don't see him. At Grow. He's not
he's a ninja mouse.
Hey, I use Mammoth. No hat though. Uncle T. Just a sly way of saying, did you not hear what I said earlier about coming out of my personal hat stock? My hat. Actually, when we were at Indo Expo, I got hassled so hard. I gave away 2 hats off of my head, one on each day. Wow. Man.
Boy, everybody's talking about the mouse now. He is a lurker.
David's age just went up 5%.
How's it going, Tanasi?
What's up, brother? But the most epic smoke session we've had.
Yeah, like, tell Haley hi for me. She was adorbs.
Yeah, all of us are jerks for not tagging her enough in all of our posts when we were there.
I didn't know she had Instagram until the next day, but now we're hooked up.
Yuppers. So what else? Where are we at? There, it's exactly 03. That was kind of timed. That was cheesy.
You cheesy fucker.
I know. At least I'm honest about it. Hey, I'm this is be a good one for you guys to at that 1 hour mark. At the Indo Expo, we hung out quite a bit at the DGC Dab Camper Dingy Majiggy and met JR Token. He reached out to me and I'm scheduled, although I haven't got an email yet. I need to reach out to him again to get an email from him. I guess I'm going to be on the Dude Gross show. I don't know which episode. I'm a little nervous about it, but this will be kind of cool. So I think a lot of you DGCers out there will be super happy about that. I'm a little embarrassed to say that I don't know the crew as well as I should. You know, I like to think of YouTube as kind of like a tree, and there's branches of the tree. You know, it's kind of like a family, and sometimes the branches don't recognize or know each other or whatever. So we're kind of bringing a little, you know, my community to the DGC and to the DGC to my community. You know, so it's making connections. It's really kind of cool. So
yeah, agreed. Those guys were really nice. It was fun hanging out with them.
Well, what was so crazy about it is like we were with Tricky and we were texting back and forth, and Tricky was like, we're out at the DGC dab tent smoking because we couldn't smoke inside the expo. So we went outside and we went to the expo or to the DGC camper, and we went in and sat down, and I looked across and I saw Scotty sitting there. So I thought, hey, Scotty, I'd met Scotty before on actually I think it was on the Resistance show. And I didn't realize sitting right next to him was the dude. He comes up leaning right over me and like to get something behind me. And I'm like, dude, like, what's going on, man? Holy shit. I was a little bit of shell shock, you know? So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I will be going to the DGC Cup, hopefully in April, more than likely. And I just don't know if I'll have any of number one, the space dust with me, because it's just not happening right now. Or if I'll have an entry, probably not, but I'll probably be there. That's my story. I'm sticking to
it. I made up a new word last night.
Uh-oh.
One of those spontaneous, it just comes out of your mouth, new words. I was trying to say sincerely or seriously, and it just popped out sinceriously.
Sinceriously? Wow.
Sinceriously. And I was like, stop. That's not it.
That's an interesting one.
I actually had to remember the moment, so I took a little Snapchat photo of myself and typed sinceriously across it so I'd remember.
I saw this, Woody says, I saw this guy at the DGC with a mouse head on. I remember seeing some of those pictures. I wonder if the same gentleman will appear with no mouse head on.
Maybe. It would be cool to go see Mao up there.
Who's doing a gram dab tonight? Not me.
No,
not me.
I don't even have a gram left. That's all I got. That's not enough for the week, man.
I'm kind of barely dabbing because, like I said, I've had this cold flu type thing. Here's a topic of conversation potentially. Maybe not. Is the DGC Cup scheduled yet? Chat, tell me. I don't know. They will tell me.
Said Avery says, that's unbelievable.
Holy smoke says 416. There we go. Anyways, topic of conversation. Do you find different concentrates at the same temperature? And of course, this is going to be a lot for us e-nailers or for us people that really pay attention to the temperature of your dabs. Do you notice that different concentrates bubble differently and or longer than others when you drop them in the dish? Question. David, you got an e-nail now. Do you notice it?
I do, actually.
You've noticed?
Well, and I also notice a rate. So, like hotter temperatures, obviously.
Well, no, what I'm saying is the same temperature.
Different, same temperature.
Same temperature, different product.
I don't know. I haven't been at the same temperature long enough. I've been kind of bouncing around, finding where I like, where I don't like.
I will say 100% absolutely yes, without a doubt. And actually, I've noticed this just in dabbing for quite a while. And Melty Heads actually said something to me about it at the smoke session at Tanazi's house. He said he made a comment at one point in time. Besides saying that my rosin was dirty, he made a comment that
so dirty.
It's just leaving little particles. Sorry.
He made a comment that by far it bubbled more and had bigger bubbles than anybody else's rosin that was at that smoke session. So, and when I pressed this, I'm not going to hold it close again because my camera will lose focus. You can see it. See it? See it? When I press, this is that trim bin. It's dark plasma and critical kush. When I pressed this out, it bubbles like crazy. Like it almost gets frothy inside my ceramic dish. Like it, not big bubbles, just tons of small little bubbles, you know, like a Coca-Cola up fizzing over, almost that color as well. So it's really kind of cool. I'm going to definitely make sure I save some of this for you, Dizzy. This is good stuff.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I want to try it for sure. It looks so good.
It really, this is particularly good stuff. It really is. So I'm going to go in on another one. Somebody take it. Cheers. Or not. Dizzy's over there dabbing with me, and David's just in whatever land.
Dude, it's a talent you guys both have.
Oh, it's confusing as shit. Trust me, it takes a while. It takes a while.
I'm sure everyone's trying to have a conversation with me, and in the last 5 minutes, I'm having a conversation with Lemon.
What we do
ignoring is everybody else. Sorry.
Has chat said anything regarding the bubble thing? I saw somebody said big bubbles, no troubles. Trim bin is like 150 micron. So here's the thing. Trim bin is 150 micron. Give me a second. What really makes that matter is how you treat your trim bin and your trim during the trimming process. And that's a good point, because I'm going to go into that. When I'm sitting there trimming, and I did this week quite a bit, I'll have two trim bins sitting next to me. Excuse me. Two trim bins right in front of me. I got one to my side and one that I'm trimming in. I'll trim gently into the tray until I get just a little bit of material, a quarter ounce material, maybe a half ounce material in the trim bin. And when I take after my buds are trimmed, I will take them over and cut them off and drop them into my other tray. When I got some material in my tray over here, some buds in the tray over here, and some trim in the tray over here, I will shake it for about 10 seconds, no lie, maybe 20. Dump it out. Same thing with the buds. Gently shake them back and forth 10 seconds. Dump them out. When I've looked at my sift coming through the trim bin, doing it that way, it's really extremely gentle. It is freaking clean. Could it use some cleaning? Absolutely. I'm not saying they're the best, you know, because there's people out there that argue they're 99.9, and I agree. Cleaner the sift, better everything. But it makes some damn good stuff if you do it gently. Mm-hmm. I've proven it.
What is shit, that?
That's a fan kicking on or something.
I'm sorry, I'll turn it off. I just took a fat nap. I need to scrub it.
That was like turbo kicking in.
Yeah.
It's a max. It's an 8-inch max fan frozen.
Okay. I got the I've got the max.
Sorry.
What do I have? I don't remember. The can.
8-inch can fan. No.
Is it a can fan? I was going to say can fan, but that doesn't sound right.
I don't think that's it.
Fucking something pro. I don't know. Fuck. Yeah, right. It's black and yellow. Got three high, medium, and low.
It might be like a Turbo Pro.
Black fan.
Chat'll tell me.
Black and yellow is like are the collars yellow and the whole body is black?
The body is yellow and the fan is it?
Hyper fan. Nope, not a hyper fan.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a max fan. Let me ask you.
I think it's a
Vortex. Is that it?
No, I think it's a max fan.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's a max fan.
That's the one.
The Max Fan Pro Series.
Yep, that's the one.
Or does it have a tunable? Does it have a tunable dial so you can do 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah.
And then you have the Pro Series.
Oh, and I think mine's only on 1 because 3's like probably sounds like that.
Cuts for that room. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's 1.
Yeah, 1 is nothing. Yeah.
Two's got some pull.
Well, and I've spoke about this. Actually, I spoke about this, I think, on the round table, not this last because I wasn't there, but the round table before. I like to go overkill. No, I didn't speak on round table. I spoke of it when I made my video of the humidification video, the DIY humidification video. I said that it's better to have a bigger unit and run it at 50% to maintain
unit.
Right. So it's better to run a unit at 50% and maintain humidity or temperature or whatever than it is to run it at 100% of its potential. So i.e. get a bigger unit for your space. So if you have a humidifier or a fan or whatever it may be, get something bigger than you, upsize it essentially. That way you can run it at 75 or 50% and still get what you need out of it. Because then in those extremes, you can always turn it up and get a little bit more, because there are going to be extremes at some point in time. And your material and your equipment will just run out faster running at 100%.
Yeah, like if you can get by with a 1 ton air AC mini split, you probably need a 2 ton.
There you
go. Just say, buy once, don't replace.
Bottom Mike says, or vegetize.
Yep.
Vegetize. Oh man, this is just overwhelming.
It is. It gets crazy. It's better when you're on the same screen. You don't have to look left and right. Although I have 2 screens, so I might as well just shut up.
Zooey, I'm sorry you're sick. That's right.
Yeah, dude, it's been going around.
Like I said, I had something in the gut earlier. Ooh, it was bad. Ooh.
V word overused. Okay. It's just, it happens. Sorry.
Sometimes.
Sorry, Ed. Don't say it. Don't worry about it.
What? Don't. What's the V word?
We're not talking about it.
Vagina?
Oh, come on.
That's what Eric said. Just say it.
Just say it. Don't be ashamed. Don't vagina shame the chat.
Right? It's just a word.
Some people like it. I guess some people don't. Right. What happens? I'm going to smoke some more dark plasma. Fresh Harvard.
I'm jealous. I wish I had some.
Me too. I wish I had some as well.
Only 189 viewers. We lost a bunch. What did we do?
I don't know.
I said something wrong.
Maybe.
David. Hey, David. Hey, David. Okay. All right.
Or they just got bored.
Cheapers. Yeah, right. Sometimes we are boring. Sometimes it's not for everybody.
You can't be hilarious all the fucking time.
Well, and there's so many shows. So people like kind of pick their own deal, and which is completely fine.
Hi, Eagle Gardens.
And sometimes we just don't have shit to talk about. Sometimes the conversation goes a lot better than other times. Sometimes we get caught up in whatever land. Sometimes we get on a good topic. There we go. Blackheart Gardens. I said this once before, but I don't mind repeating it. Absolutely. Where can we pick up one of those dope hoodies? Let's drop it in chat. Hang on. Because everybody's asking. It's actually in because not everybody's going to have chats. I need to learn. It's a shirt, and it's in the description down below of the video here. You can go to buy Pedro and Dizzy gear here, and I just dropped it in chat. It's actually
whoa.
Yeah, what the hell?
You lost your audio. I think you lost audio for just a second. Maybe your Wi-Fi.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're good.
You sure?
It was just choppy for a second. Uh-huh.
I heard it. I heard a can fan in the garage or something.
I don't know, man. Do I really want to walk around with a hoodie that says PGR on it?
Right, I know. Andrea in Wonderland says...
You want to walk around with the Dizzy Grower hoodie. Duh.
I just got to give you a shit now that somebody brought that up.
What was I going to say? Oh, Andrea in Wonderland says, Pedro, can you re-veg a male plant? I believe that this question was asked to the OG team, i.e., Vader and Ninja and Nerd, at one point in time, and I think the conclusion was that no, that they just can't be. I don't know enough of that. I don't mess with males. I kill them immediately. Not immediately. I'm not like deathly afraid of them, but just one click up from deathly afraid. So, but no, I'm pretty sure that you cannot re-veg a male plant. There's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
Tanasi, I don't know what's in this refrigerator behind me. I think there's like some water and some Gatorade and maybe like beer. I don't know.
That's kind of funny. I thought about the
it's not mine.
Thing. That was a random question. But.
There is an awesome picture though, right here. This is the mother of the house, Jen's face, and it's taped on, or it's like photoshopped onto Chuck Norris's body, and it's really funny.
What else? Anybody else have any questions? Go ahead and if you're going to ask any questions, make sure you tag one of us so we can freaking read it. Man Allison says, Pedro, so has anyone noticed a significant increase in yield by extending veg time? I'm going to start playing with my veg time. Yes, absolutely. I mean, maybe that's sorry, but yes, absolutely. Make sure that when you're vegging, if you're going for more yield for a longer veg, you're going to be doing some training. You're going to be doing some topping multiple times. You're going to be doing potentially some super cropping, or some low stress training, some LST, in order to get your canopy wider and get a shorter, bushier plant. So yeah, absolutely. Play with your veg time and play with your plant if you're playing with your veg time.
Play with it.
Careful.
What?
Because I have multiple times in the garden, actually last night, I'll call it taking unintentional clones. let's call it that.
That's a good thing to call it.
I was in there doing some LST, which turned into some HST, and snap. And I ran and got my little bendy rubber stuff. It was way broken, so I just cut it off, and I didn't have any root riot cubes, so I went down to build a soil, and that night I just stuck it in a cup. We were talking cloning actually on the round table the other night. We're talking cloning. So this is how much it can be fucked up. Is I broke a branch off, like abruptly, nastily, not good cut. I panicked, so I put it down, just kind of on the shelf or something. I went and got a cup, and I got some water in it with some. It happened to be already pre-mixed with some Mammoth and some EM1, and I just went with it. That's just what I left in it. I made a fresh cut on the bottom of the broken branch, and I say a broken branch because I took like 3 clones off of it. I dropped it in a cup, and it was the biggest branch. It was the top. Anyways, the next night after I went to build the soil, I got my root riot cubes. I got some root riot cubes and soaked them and officially took my clones the next 24 hours later. Is that a good story? I was like, shit.
It can happen to anybody.
Damn it! It makes me mad because I've done it. I guess you just get complacent. You just start bending it, and you just want to get out of the room, and you get that familiar sound.
You gotta listen to her. Be gentle.
Chad says, "How do I like my clean leaf? How's the filter cleaning replacement? I haven't done a thing to that thing. It's been sitting in the corner of my flower room, running 24/7 since I've had the thing. My buds look cleaner, my room looks cleaner, and I haven't had any problems, PM or any bullshit like that. So, of course, I keep my VPD in check as well. Nonetheless, I love it, and I haven't had any problems with it. Haven't had to do anything with it. I think they say that it's a year or 18 months, something like that, before you need to do or consider any kind of filter replacements. And I think you just take out a couple screws, pull the top off, pull the filter units out, put them in, put the top back on. But I'm not sure. I haven't done it myself, but I don't think it's very bad. It is definitely something you can do at home in your living room. So, or preferably outside, because of the shit that's going to be, you're gonna be taking out a filter, and you want to be putting that into a garbage bag carefully, kind of type thing. So, thought I'd say that. Chronic Rules Gross says he doesn't service his unit.
Aw, poor unit.
Oh, poor unit.
I'm trying to go back and see what about that was the last question. I just not trying to make sure
big unit. It's all about a big unit.
Is that Nick?
If you don't have a big unit, boys, you ain't got nothing.
I almost wished I would have had another one.
Might as well not even try.
Honestly, I thought about this last week. Speaking of the clean leaf, is I wish I had another small, because they got mine's the small, the portable unit. I think it's the CL400. Sorry if I got that wrong. I think that's what it is. But I wish I had one in my tent behind me here for growing, because that room goes into the bunny room, and that is my drying room. Those bunnies produce fibers, really fine fibers. Those flowers collect really fine fibers. So I almost wish I had, you definitely got to be careful right back here. So I wish I had a clean leaf in my drying tent. Would be nice. Would be nice.
I gotta get this thing turned around.
I am still working on my travel rig. In that, so check this out, David. This will be a first for you. I can reach. Watch.
A first for me? I don't know.
Well, not for you. Oh, I can't reach.
That's much better. I can see everybody.
I told you I was working on a travel rig.
Yes, you did.
Here's my rig.
I like it. You just got to get a pelly for it now, and
yes, that's all I have. I mean, I really actually had this in the past, and I gifted it to a friend, and recently obtained.
So I made a trade thick back. Nylon rope and make it a necklace and just walk around with it.
It is pretty cool, actually. But so I need a pelican case. I need a really nice quartz banger.
You need a drop down first.
I would like a drop down. Yes.
Get something simple. Doesn't have to be extravagant, but get it so that the banger isn't actually on the glass to the rig. Because if you overheat the banger or something when you're cleaning and you crack your drop down, you're out, what, 15, 20, 30 bucks?
Sure. No, I'd absolutely.
You do that on your piece, you're out a lot of money.
That's why I have a drop down. Yeah. But I don't want something so big. That's too big.
Yeah. This is way too big for me, but I've been having a hard time finding something that clears this angle. Sure. So I have to get these big ass fucking.
Having it in the center on the top, that's awkward, I guess.
Right, but you don't have anything like that, so you can get a nice little discreet one, just something that's maybe like an elbow and an up.
And this is really,
you crack it.
This is honestly a really cheap, like Chinese rig. It's not anything special, but it's the only thing I have for my travel rig.
It works. And we got it for free. Like originally, it was gifted to us, so
absolutely. So, anyways, it's like I said, I need the whole setup. I need a good torch. I don't even have a good torch. All I have is a small little Zyko. So I need a big, nice torch. I need the pelican case. I need the drop down, the banger, the carb cap. I need fucking everything. I have nothing.
We'll get you there, buddy. We'll get
working on it. I wanted to have it for this Sunday when I came back up to Denver to travel, just because travel. That's what it's for. It's travel rig. But I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to take a minute. So,
yeah. Well, I found your keys.
Dude, that is
that was awesome.
I'm missing them. I literally have 2 keys in my pocket right now. I hope.
I found your keys. They're waiting for you.
Okay, they're there. Yep. I keep checking. You see that panic in my eyes? I have 2 loose keys.
You were disturbed all
That is my
day.
life. Well, I didn't know how I was gonna. Whatever.
No, that's totally okay.
So
like I could
you
just
want to
tell
know
in the
why I
back of
was
your head, you were
disturbed?
just like, "Argh."
Here's confessional. Do you want to know why I was disturbed?
No.
Because while I was talking to you, I did exactly what I just did. Rewind to that about 30 seconds. I did that panic, like reaching, like I thought they were, and while I was talking to you, I'm trying to navigate through traffic to get to DIA. So I called you at a horrible time. I realized that I didn't, well, I knew you had my keys, and I was realizing that you weren't going to get me my keys. So I needed this key, which I was realizing was in my door right here because it's on nothing. So when I got home, all I had to do was just turn the lock and walk in. That's why I was like, I got to get home now. I'll talk to you later.
Sorry, I just realized something super important.
And now I have to worry about it for like 6.5 hours.
Well, okay, so so this happens to me all the time. Like, I smoke weed, right? Everybody smokes a little herb. We medicate. We do what we got to do. And I leave the house, and sometimes it's like I'll get like maybe just outside my neighborhood. You know what I'm talking about? Right to like the last light, right to that light, and I'll be like, I didn't close my fucking garage door. I know I didn't. And then I like double back real quick, zoom through the neighborhood. No, it's closed.
It's closed.
It's closed.
Yep, it's closed. But you would have been thinking all day long.
I know, and that's like, and I even had those panicky moments where I'm like halfway to some important place, and I've been in traffic for 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh, garage door. Come home at a long day at work, and I'm like, it's closed. It's closed. I've been freaking out for nothing.
That unnecessary anxiety.
Yes, it happens. And it happens when I smoke the really heady stuff. Like, whoa.
So, check out any thoughts for topics. I think I've covered some miscellaneous topics, which is awesome for the whatever show. But do we have any other miscellaneous topics we could jump into for a second?
So what is everybody? Here's a good one. Here's because.
Are you gonna? Okay, go ahead.
What?
Nothing.
What?
I'll judge you after you say it.
What?
I won't prejudge.
I would like to know chat's opinion.
Let me post judge.
Post judge. All right. I would like to know chat's opinions on ceramic metal halides and the newly to the market, I use that term loosely, ceramic high pressure sodiums. So let's hear it, chat.
You have crickets.
I have no idea about those things. So chat, it's up to you, okay?
Yeah, go ahead and chat amongst yourselves.
And they're off.
Because I have nothing to add there.
Although something that did catch your eyes.
Why is he not a mod?
Yeah.
Was this light he saw was HPS light with a LED red ring around it, around the hood that caught your eye.
Yes, I could talk about that. So we were at the Indo Expo. I wish I had a company name. Sorry. It was a CMH, and it had some what looked to be like some maybe Epistar far red LEDs around the rim. I almost hit my microphone. Around the rim of the reflector, the shade, if you will, the hood. My thought wasn't that particular design was the cat's ass. my thought was that thought process was fucking cool. That they're mixing far red LEDs with CMHs. I just like that avenue. It's just another branch. It's just a different, I like them mixing, the thought of mixing spectrums. It's just, I thought it was really cool. I gave him a big thumbs up. Not that his LEDs were the best or his CMHs were the best or anything. Just that I thought he was going down a cool road. Thanks for bringing that up. That was really cool. It did catch my attention, and I gave him a shout out. I was like, "That's freaking cool." Just thinking outside the box, not outside the box, but kinda. You know, I mean, it's been done. Girl Mouse has got those far red pucks that I actually have one of them. I need more of them. But anyways, it's been thought of. It's just putting it together in one unit was kind of cool. I thought, man. Just go puke. Joke. Yeah, Sub's here. Is he? Oh, I thought he just came in. We all missed. So seldom seen says I miss Girl Mouse. We all miss Girl Mouse actually. Girl Mouse has been working at an insane number of hours. So when he gets done working, he like maybe eats and then sleeps. That's literally what I've heard. I don't get much of a response out of him, out of the chat rooms, out of text or anything like that. He's just ridiculously busy, just worked to the bone. So bear with him. He'll be back. He misses everybody too. And he's on the, well, he wasn't on the round table. He was sick this last week, which is probably put him down, but he'll be there. He'll be back. Keep saying you miss him. He'll come back. If you say Girl Mouse 3 times, he appears. Exactly, Woody. It's kind of what I'm talking about. David, are you making people mad in chat?
I really, really have to pee. I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.
You're making people mad in chat.
That happens. That just happens. Oh, excuse me. Another time, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say. Sometimes, like I said, we just don't have topics. I don't write anything down before the show. If you guys wonder why the hell it runs like it does sometimes it runs really smoothly. We have a lot to talk about. Sometimes it just comes to a lull because I don't write this down. And it's deliberate. Yeah, it's absolutely deliberate. It's my show. It's the way I made it. It's the way I wanted it. It's kind of cool. It's the only one out there like it. So do I use mulch in the sips? No, I don't. I do use some, not Malibu anymore, some Ollie compost from Build a Soil. Is usually the only top dressing that I'll do.
What?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
David. Yeah. Huh? Talking to your boy, Roy Boy.
Yeah.
There we go. Pedro's Grove, any suggestions on strains to get that good butter consistency? I mean, my dark plasma, my critical kush does it very well. They happen to do it very well. It's very strain specific. I've squished the Smurfzilla, although it's kind of butter, it's really dark. The Space Dog seems to, and I wonder if it's not somewhat of a locale, i.e., elevation, temperature, barometric pressure, stuff like that. Storage, oxygen, exposure. So I think there's a lot that goes into it. I actually said, I don't remember where it was, about a week or two ago. I said I can't get it not to butter. Everything that I press butters up, and that's pretty true. And then some people will say, well, I can't get anything that I press to butter. So, go watch my rosin pressing video here again. That stuff there buttered up like crazy. I showed you exactly, or told you exactly what I did to do it. So try to follow exactly what I do. See if you can repeat it. I'd love to know if you're at a different elevation, if you're at a different temperature, or if you're at a different humidity, and you're repeating my results. Let me know. That's kind of cool information to know. It lets me know that it's not a locale or a barometric pressure or a whatever, So there you go. What do you think about that? Rosin pressing, I think some people think that it's and I did too, that you could just squish it and go. And you can make some rosin. But when you really start getting into the consistencies, trying to produce something specific, be it color or consistency or taste or anything, there starts to become a lot of variables. And I like speaking of them. They're fun because I don't know all of them, and I like to employ different thoughts and stuff as well. So, but I do also like to share what I have found as well. So go watch the video and let me know what you think, I guess.
Hey, yeah, I did make a batch of oil in that source machine before I left for Washington. And it went pretty well. I got so excited, I just kind of turned it on and then later watched more instructions and saw that I didn't put it in turbo mode. So I ran it through on standard mode, which took twice as long. So I barely got it done in time before, it was like bedtime by the time I pulled it out. But, the quality of the oil looked like it was pretty good. And I got about, I think 7 grams or so total out of like a full crucible. So I don't know. It's going to take a lot of batches. Again, wishing it was bigger, but I'm excited to play with it some more when I get home and try out some different batches and see what happens. And then once I get comfortable, I'll be making that RSO video for y'all. So, woo.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see how fast it runs on the turbo mode, like how fast it'll process one crucible full on the turbo mode.
Yeah.
Because I think, to be honest, it took like 5 hours to process that.
It did. It took almost 6 hours, actually. It ran through 3 full cycles. So, which
our previous cycle, probably 8 to 10, maybe, depending. But we get 5 times the amount.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also waste 20% more alcohol.
Yep.
So,
and I have much more risk of burning my material.
Oh, the source is it's
not
number one.
Burn.
It's a legal extraction method here in the state of Colorado. We can't open blast. It has to be a sealed vacuum system, which this is. It's an alcohol extraction system, and we only use food grade alcohol. We use Everclear or Gem Clear. It happens to be, but it's never clear basically. 190 proof, right?
It's important that it be 95% alcohol.
Yep.
And
and
have to double check the label for that.
People have asked me this before. They've said, "Well, can I use this in 99 ISO?" No, it's not food grade. You need food grade alcohol. So no. What's up, Dago? How are you, buddy? Is Dago underneath the bay again? No, he can't be because he's chatting.
Yeah, we joke that he's under the bay, but there's no signal under there.
Madiger says, do I grow any vegetables other than cannabis? Not last year, the year before, we grew an entire garden. What all did we grow, Dizzy?
Tomatoes, a shit ton of tomatoes, and radishes and carrots, and pumpkins and squash and cucumbers and some lettuce. Yeah, we had a bunch of stuff. This summer, I think we'll probably grow a smaller version.
Yeah, I agree.
Vegetable garden, but yeah, we do love to garden vegetables as well.
I agree. Crazy Dago says he needs Pedro to show me the way. I'm assuming he's talking either RSO or more likely rosin, because he just got his rosin press.
Yeah.
So he's probably getting the bug. I'm telling you, you can get addicted. I've told Dizzy before, I have noticed that my excitement of rosin pressing peaks at the squish. And a little somewhat at the first taste, but that's literally the squish, watching it come out of the bag and come squirt out of the plates. And that's the addicting part to me. Like, what's it gonna do this time? What's it gonna do this time? I don't know. That's the addicting part to me, I guess. I love it. I love it. But Dago, you need to get yourself some bags to squish those flowers. I saw you squished a bud and it was just a regular bud. You need to put that in a bag. Put like 14 grams in a bag. Get yourself a pre-press too. Got to do it right, brother. Get yourself a hand clamp, pre-press. We can talk.
I'm hoping I can find a hand clamp tonight. I'm gonna have to ask the house daddy here if there's one in the toolbox.
With squishing, here's what I would do, so we can talk about this a little more. I do like to take the information that I've learned to take it back down to the hair pressing, because the hair press or the hair straightener, because I like people to have the option, right? With the dry sift, or you're going to be literally doing keef out of the bottom of a grinder. So just make sure that your coffee filter is probably double bagged, because I think a coffee filter is probably going to burst open a lot faster than another bag. Make sure it's not really thick, because that's going to increase your possibility of it breaking open. And I would plan on 2, if not 3 presses. Did you find out if you have a hair straightener that goes below 200 degrees?
I still have not seen the hair presses.
Okay. So just so everybody else knows, try to find a hair straightener, or more importantly, like Mammoth T420 on Insta or on Facebook. Damn it. YouTube here says he gets a professional flat iron. But
David's
anyway,
got a pink one.
Something that can go ideally down to like 180, 185, 200 degrees. If it's one that only has, like a low or a 250 or something like that, you're going to have to find turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off to hold the temperature. It's going to be weird, so try to get yourself one that has a setting of at least the lowest 200, maybe even a little bit lower. At 180 would be ideal.
I got this one at Walmart, and this one has the lowest setting is 200.
So that's not horrible. 200 is not bad,
Technically, it's 210, but when I temp it, it's like 202.
Cool. So that's not bad at all. Nice pink one. But
I'm not ashamed.
No, I wouldn't either.
I did pay more for it though, because it was pink. That's bullshit, right?
Plan on 2 or 3 presses. If you don't have a hand clamp, especially if you have a hand clamp, you can just increase the pressure throughout. If you don't have a hand clamp, I would clamp it down the first press with your hands. Get what you get. Do the second one maybe standing on it or like leaning on it, and then you can, if you still they haven't blown the bag out yet, do a third press like under the corner of the couch with a couple people sitting on it. That's how you can achieve your pressures. But do it slow. And I say that, like, don't just put it in there and then put it underneath the couch, because you're going to blow out. It's going to blow out. And then you're going to be like, I have no material left and I'm out of rosin.
I don't want that to happen.
A pink rosin press would be impressive, Woody. I agree with you. As long as we don't have to pay more for it, because
they actually make these. And I just give a shout out, because it's kind of cool for DIYers and for people that just don't have a lot of the cash, because I'm one of them. They've got plates attached to one of those hand clamps. I don't remember who the manufacturer is, but it's a hand clamp, just like that has the heated plates attached to it, which is kind of cool. So,
like, let me ask you a question, Pedro.
No.
What do you for someone who's on, I would say like a budget? It just I don't want to go and spend fucking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I want a press. Give me the name of a good press.
You make me call them out. Right now, for the money for a smaller unit, I think, just if my knowledge bank, I guess I'd have to say Nug Smasher. They've got a couple of really small units that are made in the U.S. They seem to have a lifetime guarantee. They seem to want to have a lot of really good customer service. And I have zero affiliation with them. But for a smaller at-home style press right now that's on the market. I think that's about to change. Let me say that. But I would say, yeah. But agreed. Here's DT right in chat saying $250 to $300 DIY all day long. So here's my fight back and forth with AJ the gardener again, is I'd like to give the option that where somebody can just go out and purchase something to get it done, because that's an option, right? I also like to give the option, like, I don't actually generally give the option, but it is a very good option to the DIY. Just get yourself a good press and good plates. You know, you can spend a little more than $250 to $300 and do a DIY 12-ton jack press, or an H frame press, or an A frame press, I suppose would even work, and some decent plates. You can get it done DIY. So it just depends on what you want to do. You know, there's some smaller. B Nails has a really small ink, or it's a compact plug and play unit. So the compressor's inside it. I think it's a 2-ton. It's only got 2x2 inch plates. There's just so many options out there, you know. So
gotcha. Okay.
I'm not a fan of the Harbor Freight presses. I have heard nightmares where you start applying the max pressure and the welds start giving. So
no. Oh, my computer died.
I'm just not.
Sorry, chat. I'm going.
That happens. So I'm just not a fan.
Half of me. I'm sorry.
Just make sure you get yourself a. You know, when you start talking about tons and thousands of pounds of pressure, you want a decent press. And chat's throwing out a couple different suggestions here, so I'll just let chat take that, because I think they're right on. So,
well, actually, guys, I have some arrangements that I need to go attend to, so I'm going to bow out early this evening. Thank you for having me, and unfortunately, my computer just died, so it's hard for me to say goodbye to chat. But thank you, chat. Appreciate it. I will be on next week, and
that was whatever land you just visited.
It was great. I had a great time. I want to come back.
You definitely got sidetracked by it.
Yeah.
It caught your attention.
It's all consuming. It's a lot. I'm okay with it, but I got to learn. It's a balance. We'll figure it out.
It's a balance.
But next week, y'all, we'll have a great garden update for you, and hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, you'll start to see some better looking girls. So,
cool. Sounds good, brother.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace. It's almost that time anyways. Not quite that time yet, but we didn't have as many viewers tonight, I've noticed throughout the show.
It was over 200 at some point.
At one time. Did we do something wrong, chat? Or are you just bored with us? Just
boo-boos.
So what do you got planned for the rest of the week?
Let's see. Trip to lake and waterfalls tomorrow afternoon. And
didn't you do that?
No, we didn't. I was confused. I thought we were going there, but we were actually going to Fort Vancouver that day.
Is that when I won't say her name, your daughter took a left instead of a right?
No, that was yesterday, just randomly driving around. Yeah, I asked her yesterday if I could see Mount Hood, because like I said earlier, the sun kind of came out yesterday and you could see a little farther because the fog like lifted off of the trees. And I was like, can I see anything cool? Is there mountains? What is there? You know? And she was like, I think if we go this way, I can show you Mount St. Helens. There's this one spot where you go like up the highway and it's just right there in front of you. And it was like literally about 10 minutes before sunset. And I was like, can you get there before the sun sets? And she's like, yeah, I might get lost, but let's try. So she just turned off that way and she went up the wrong road. So we didn't actually get to see it. And then it was dark. But yeah, we're going to go check out a little like local waterfall and lake area tomorrow after my son's out of school. And then Friday, I don't think we have like anything really set yet for plans on Friday. But Saturday, we're going to Portland to the OMSI Museum. It's the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. I guess it's a really fun and like interactive place.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so it should be a fun spot to spend the day and have some crab, and I head back home on Sunday. So yeah, just gonna really enjoy the last few days here with my children. It's so nice just to have them present for a minute. You know, I miss them so much. So, but right now I miss you guys so much.
We're doing all
no
right.
matter where I am, I'm torn.
We're doing all right. We'll be here. I'm holding it down.
You are doing such a good job. You guys, he's doing laundry. He's doing the dishes and keeping the floor cleaned up, everything.
I haven't got to the floor yet, but I will because it looks like crap. It was a cat. It was Bob. He went outside, wanted to go outside, and it started raining. And then I could hear him screaming at the back door because he's getting wet. And so I let him in, and he ran through into the kitchen or the living room, and then ran back to the back room, and then to get some food. And that was when I noticed it. I'm like, I followed it. I'm like, oh my god, there's little footprints, little cat footprints all around the place.
It happens.
Whatever. I don't. Buddy didn't show up because obviously Dizzy is not here, or is Buddy? Buddy might be outside.
He might be
He is. He asked him and Bob are being more playful, and they kind of asked to go outside at the same time, and he went out just before the show. So I will bet you that one, if not both of them, are sitting on the back porch right now. Surprised I can't hear him yelling at me. So that's my fault. See, it's too much. Normally Dizzy would just walk over there and she would just go let him in, but can't. So happens.
Yeah. Miss my kitties.
So Fada Mike will be in the morning. That'll be I'll try to get on. I've been staying up really late getting stuff done. And no, I didn't lose Buddy. I actually thought I did this morning. I looked for him. I'm like, where's Buddy? And he was laying in the pile of clothes again. So, but what the hell was I saying? Oh, I think Fada's gonna be in the morning. I'll try to get on because he's on at 9 my time.
9 a.m.
That's just early because I can stay up so late. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, cool. Justin Gooder says he's next door to the OMSI Daily. Maybe he'll spot you and say hi.
Oh, cool. There you go.
Yeah, feel free to shoot me like an IG message or whatever. Maybe you can meet up. I'll give you a slap. I brought some with me.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Maze 420 says he's missed so many episodes that my gray hairs are turning white. That's how much he's missed. It happens. It happens.
See you later, 420 Mad Bloke. Oh, and everyone.
I think we're gonna get out of here. I mean, we got 3 minutes left, and there's only 140 people left, so I think we'll drop it down now. If you haven't already, like I said, I dropped that rosin pressing video that everybody's been asking me to drop for a long time. It's out there now. Make sure you watch the whole thing because there's places. Don't just like think you can skip through it where you think you can, because there's little tidbits of information that I dropped in there just to make you watch the whole thing. So. I think that's about all I got. I'll try to see you tomorrow. And we got the roundtable next week, rosin pressing. Gonna be effing cool. I can't. Oh my God, I can't wait to have 2 hours where I can literally just talk to people about tech and learn it more because it's addicting as hell. So, all right.
That's gonna be a good show. For sure.
I'm down. All right. Peace out, everybody. Hit the button.